This idea about silver and gold will blow you away. And the worst part about it is that it's sitting right in front of your face right now, but it's likely something you've never, ever thought about when it comes to silver and gold. But first, we need to review a few things. We know that gold and silver are universally accepted around the world as stores of value. We can simply forget that from time to time, but if you and I hopped in an airplane right now, flew anywhere in the world, over land or water for that matter, and jumped out with a parachute wherever we landed, you and I, we would be okay if we had some silver or gold coins in our pocket. Gold and silver are universal, like oil, like water, right? They aren't controlled by any particular government, by any particular political party, but that's not the point of this video, because I do have something that we're going to get to that will blow you away, but it's important you remember for right now that fact that gold and silver are universal stores of value. It's also worth pointing out that they've been timeless stores of value. Yeah, the last, 3, 4, 5,000 years, gold and silver have always held value in the world, and of course, on a universal level as well. What else can we say about silver and gold? And then we'll get to this big point that will blow you away. Something going on right now in the world, right in front of your face, that, look, most of us, including myself, until I had this revelation, hadn't thought of. But we also know that gold and silver, while they're some of the oldest and timeless markets in the world, with that age comes what? Hey, look, you might be like me. You know, I'm 33 years old. Over these years, I've gained some wisdom. Okay, maybe I'm 54 years old. Maybe you're 64. Maybe you're 84. No matter how old you are, I think we can all agree that the older we get, the more wisdom and insight we have, the more experience we have. And there's no other market in the world with the experience, with the ability to really discern what's going on than gold and silver. Because remember, they've been doing that on a universal and timeless level for many, many years. I want to say thanks to the sponsor of today's video, Alaska Energy Metals. They're a company that recently grabbed my attention. An American company which could benefit from a renewed focus on domestic production of critical metals in the USA, and more specifically, nickel. Remember that nickel is a critical metal in the green energy and electrification movement. However, currently the United States imports 100% of the nickel we consume. Can you believe that? While the company's received some well-deserved attention over the past few weeks, the stock is still trading lower than where many accredited Canadian investors, founders, board members, and insiders had purchased shares over the last year. In November of 2023, this stock traded as high as 50 cents per share measured in US dollars. The stark reality is that all of the junior mining companies in the metals sector have endured a very difficult bear market, with exploration stage companies hit particularly hard, even those of which that have a defined resource. And Alaska Energy Metals is a company which owns a nickel resource of 8 billion pounds, located in the USA in Alaska. And with China and Indonesia currently producing the lion's share of the world's nickel, the supply side dynamic is becoming a bit precarious. The Department of Energy recently reported that nickel is the most critical of all metals in the United States. And right now, the best we can do is import 100% of this critical metal. The typical electric vehicle battery contains at least 60 pounds of nickel, with some estimates being even higher. In the current geopolitical environment, it's no wonder that securing a domestic supply of nickel is getting the attention of the U.S. government and business leaders like Elon Musk. And Alaska Energy Metals has the potential to fill that need. The company founder and CEO, Greg Beecher, has decades of nickel exploration experience and a history with this very project. He bought the project and associated drilling data from the federal government for a fraction of the cost of what previous operators had invested into the property, paying only $2.4 million compared to the $36 million invested by previous owners and operators. The demand for nickel is likely to increase significantly as we head into the coming years and decades. The demand for responsibly sourced domestic nickel could prove even more robust. Alaska Energy Metals has the potential to check all the boxes when it comes to satisfying the demand for this critical metal. And while the company's current resource of 8 billion pounds of nickel is impressive, the potential for more nickel or even other EV-related battery metal discoveries is a real possibility. And remember, on a macro level, all of this is happening against a backdrop of a commodities super cycle, a real tailwind for all the metals prices. One more interesting fact. A private company owned by the likes of Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, and Ray Dalio recently bought property in the same neighborhood as Alaska Energy Metals. They have the intention of exploring for metals used in electric vehicles. What does this tell you? I encourage you to research this company. Come to your own conclusion. I'm not offering financial advice, but I'll be keeping a close eye on Alaska Energy Metals as I'd like to further diversify my portfolio beyond silver and gold mining companies. And when I think about everything going on in the world, geopolitical strife, the growing demand for EVs, and the need to secure a reliable domestic source of nickel, Alaska Energy Metals presents an attractive proposition. So we've established gold and silver are timeless, universal, and the smartest markets in the world. But what does that have to do with this big revelation that I had today? Think about what's going on right now in the world. Think about what's going on right now with the BRICS countries, what they're doing with gold, silver. Think about this, though. This is where it really gets crazy if you think about silver and gold, because they are universal, because they are timeless, because they are the smartest. There is no other asset in the world that is subjected to more free market forces than silver or gold. Now, we like to think, oh, silver and gold are manipulated, and I understand all that, and I've been guilty of saying that myself. But it dawned on me, and I'd be curious if this makes sense to you, that since gold is valuable, since silver is valuable everywhere in the world, has been for so long, that it's actually probably one of the freest universal markets in the world. And we know that there's no other force that can compare to free market forces. So as we're looking at now what's going on in the world with the BRICS countries, just for instance, with the fact that the world central banks are buying gold like never before. When's the last time you heard about a central bank selling gold? Or we also hear that countries are repatriating. That means bringing back their gold from the New York Fed and from the vaults in London, England as well. What do we know is going on with the BRICS countries? Talking about using gold to back a trade settlement currency. We know what's going on. And are we witnessing right now, right in front of our very eyes, these free market forces, right, exerting their will on the gold market, on the silver market? Look at what's going on with the silver inventories at the COMEX and the LBMA, even the Shanghai Gold Exchange. Guys, we are in a period of time where these market forces that are occurring on a worldwide, universal level will have major impacts on the silver and gold price. And I don't think there's anything that any one government or any one source of power can really do to stop it. So when I went back and I thought about, yeah, sure, gold and silver, they've been around for thousands of years. Yeah, sure, they're valuable anywhere, everywhere on the planet. Yeah, sure, they're the smartest it just dawned on me, and I wanted to share it with you, that as a result of that, these are very sensitive to pure world market forces. And I think the end result will be true price discovery for silver and gold. I'd be curious what you think. Does that make sense to you? Did it help at all? Did it make you feel a little better about your decision to invest in gold and silver? I know one thing for sure. I'm feeling pretty good right now that you're joining me in the basement. I appreciate it. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy talking about silver and gold. If you want to be a basement dweller, come back here in the basement anytime you like. You can subscribe to the channel. That's free. I want you to come back. I want you to have a great day. Thanks for spending this time with me right now, and I'll see you soon.